Hey Libra, it's Rose from Sacred Waters Tarot, here to bring you a timeless reading for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and of course my cross watchers. Cross watchers, you know the drill around here. Especially if you're subscribed to my channel, you can find out a lot of information about Libra, about your person, especially if there's limited contact, no communication at all, or ghosting going on between you and Libra. Just keep in mind, everyone, this is a general reading for the sign of Libra. Not everything I say will resonate with all of you. Only take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else, and go on about the reading. Now, with that being said, if my video has found you, if this channel has found you, welcome to my channel. Please consider subscribing. Please like, please share with a loved one. Comment below, guys. Let me know how this resonates with you and your situation. And if you do not want to comment, I totally understand. Please consider leaving your favorite emoji. Okay, guys, in the comment section, I'll have all the information to book a personal reading with me. And I would love to hear from you and read for you. Now, let's get into your timeless reading for my baby Libras, my Libra air signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross watchers. Spirit, what are the messages for my Libras, my beautiful Libras? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross watchers of Libra. Spirit, what are the messages for my Libra babies? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross watchers. Okay, let's see what's going down in Libra Town. So in the recent past regarding your current energy, Libra, strong sign of Leo doesn't have to be. You could have strong Leo placements in your chart. I have you feeling very melancholy in the past few days. Okay, you're mentally drained, you're physically drained. Your mind is not that sharp. Something has happened to make you feel like you don't have the strength, you don't have the courage, you don't have the patience to deal with whatever you have to deal with. Okay, strong sign of Leo doesn't have to be, like I said, can be somebody else in your life who's draining your energy as well. Okay, this drainage can be coming from a Leo. We will see. And we have the Hierophant here. So strong sign of Taurus. The Hierophant speaks of high levels of commitment. So you could be married to this person, Libra. This person is draining you, or you're drained. You're just drained in the marriage for whatever reason. But the marriage looks intact here. It looks like, you know, I don't, right now I'm feeling like when I see the High Priest in the current situation, I don't see any third-party situations draining you or ruining anything. It's just something within the marriage that has to be either explored or, you know, just maybe, I don't want to say brush it under the rug, but maybe for now it's not the right time to discuss something. It could be that you're celebrating your anniversary with this person. You're not really feeling like you want to celebrate the anniversary. Something has happened. Okay, so, but the foundation still remains. Okay, so let's see what else is going on here. Death, strong sign of Scorpio. I feel like your marriage, your relationship is going through a rebirth. Okay. Like I said, you could have just celebrated your anniversary, or your anniversary could be coming up very soon. Okay. Strong sign of Scorpio. You could have strong Scorpio placements. Your person can, whatever. But the Death card speaks of a rebirth. Okay. And with the High Priest being upright, I want to say that your marriage, your relationship is reaching higher levels of commitment and is also reaching a rebirth. Okay. But for quite some time, I feel like your person was not on the same page with you at all, and vice versa. You were not on the same page, and it was draining the hell out of both of you, maybe even your household. You know, some of you might have put on weight, some of you might gain some weight, or maybe just 5-10 pounds, whatever. That's enough to, you know, rock your world, I know, okay? But I think it's more than that. I think the mental clarity, you guys were not speaking to each other in a way that was like, it was a lot of misunderstandings. But, you know, like I said, the marriage has a good foundation, and I see a rebirth coming for the marriage, so things are only going to get better. For those of you who are getting married, you will see that this is just temporary, you know, and, you know, relationships go through a lot. They go through a lot of changes. The Hangman in the reverse. Wow, you got a lot of powerful, you have four major, we have strong Leo energy, we have strong Taurus energy, we have strong Scorpio energy, and we have strong Pisces energy. So Libra, I feel like now your person could be a Pisces, your person could be a Leo. That could be your placement. Swap it up, flip it, reverse it for your situation. It doesn't have to be any of these energies. It can just be the energy of Pisces, which can be either very psychic or very delusional depending on the situation. The Hangman in the reverse, they're trying to see things from your perspective, okay? And I feel like it's better that your person tries to see things from your perspective, okay, and move on into the future, because there's a rebirth. And if this person is not on the same page with you, they could be blocking their own rebirth. Then you're the one going through the rebirth. And everyone goes through rebirths at the same time or different times. So depending on where you are spiritually, you might not be spiritual at all, although you wouldn't be here if you weren't, right? So I feel like, your person is trying to understand you on a different level with the Hangman in reverse. They're trying to come out of their way of thinking, which is outdated and played out and old, right? And they're trying to get on your level. So your person is willing to work with you on this. The marriage is important to them and you, okay? And they're trying to get on board with how you're feeling, how you're communicating, your style of communication, all of that. It looks like it's all changing. But the more things change, the more things stay the same. So I feel like your person also still wants that tradition that, a marriage has, a relationship has, a long-term partnership has, okay? So we have to kind of meet each other halfway, It can't always be the way we want it. We have to consider both parties. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, so this end of trickery, end of deception. Libra, I feel like you know what your person's thinking before they even tell you. And I feel like they know also, like they know that they can't really convince you otherwise. If they're trying to keep something from you, or if there's something's bothering them, you can tell right away by their actions, or lack of action, right? So with the Seven of Swords in the reverse, I think both of you are willing to be like, you know what? Let's stop trying to manipulate each other. Let's stop trying to argue with each other. Let's stop trying to one-up each other, because all it does is bring out the worst in us. And let's just end that now. So I feel like that's an agreement that you both have made or will be making very soon. This way, this rebirth, beautiful rebirth, can happen. Okay, maybe you're planning a trip in Scorpio season. Let me know in the comments, guys. It's a nice time to go away, get away, and witness the fall foliage. Whenever you're watching this reading, though, know that that's the right time. So, because it's timeless, but I happen to be filming this, as you can see with my setup, in the fall season. Interesting. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I feel like you don't want to have to go into therapy or go into counseling, or put too much effort into trying to fix what's wrong with the relationship. I think you just rather go with the flow and just kind of try to have more compassion for each other, because I feel like that could have been the problem. Sometimes people who go to marriage counseling, they go to therapy, it helps for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it becomes monotonous, and it becomes something that they don't look forward to doing. Maybe you've done all that work. Maybe you've done all the therapy. You've done all that, and it didn't lead to anything. But I do feel like one of either you or your partner is going to continue on in therapy, but the other one will just continue on in life. And that sometimes happens. I talk to a lot of couples, a lot of people, and sometimes they say, yeah, we were in marriage counseling, or we were in relationship counseling, or co-parenting counseling, or whatever you want to call it, for quite some time. And then, either he or I, or she or I, or he and he, or she and she decided they're going to take a break, but I still continue to stay to work on myself. That's what I have here, Libra. And because the High Priest energy is here, tied in with the Earth energy, I feel it's probably your person that might be backing out of the counseling, and you're going to continue because you want to know more about yourself. Okay? So I think that's very interesting to explore, especially when you're going through a rebirth with your partner in conjunction. They're trying to get on your level. Don't push them. Don't push them into the 5D if they're not ready to go. Because the more you push, the more they're going to, just push you away. you know? So I think that's great that one of you decides to stay in counseling, one of you decides not to. Um, everything reaches its culmination. And, right now you're in a good place, but I also see like the rebirth happening for both of you at the same time, but in different ways. So this is really good here. Give me more information about the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords in reverse here? What happened? Because the end of trickery, end of deception, but I want to see what happened. Ten of Swords. You guys were fighting a lot. Ten of Wands. I just said swords. It's funny. Ten of Wands in the upright position. You guys were fighting a lot. And it was very stressful. And was weighing down on both of you very heavily. It could have been, a long, hot summer. Again, timeless reading. Take it how it resonates. Long, hot summer, and there was a lot to do, maybe around the house or maybe just in general with family, friends, going here, going there, right? But now that we're coming into a season of getting back on track and getting back on schedule, which I think is very important for Libras because Libra is all about balance, right? I feel like it's more time to kind of cozy up and kind of like get in touch with each other on a romantic level as well. So whatever the heavy burden is that both of you are carrying was brought on by you not understanding each other. There was a lot of miscommunication, which was very stressful, but that's gone now. That's done. Okay, so it was a lot of I think there was too much stuff going on. It was too hot and too heavy to handle. Okay, and now we're in a new season and it's a new beginning. Okay, so this is beautiful, actually. This is actually really beautiful here. Let me see one more card here. I'm going to pull one more card for the depth. Let's see how this rebirth will transpire for you, Libras. Something significant will be happening around Halloween time, All Souls Day, All Saints Day, all the beautiful holidays that happen around, the fall season, the fall, as we really get into the fall, Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. You could be moving to a new home. You could be you could be moving around the home. You could be redecorating the home. You could be, yeah, I mean, things in the home look really good. It looks like you have a full house and everyone's content and everyone's happy. Maybe it's the end of construction. Maybe all this home redecorating, all this home remodeling happened in the summertime and you happen to have a lot of events to do at the same time, which can be a disaster, which can be a mess. So when I see the Ten of Pentacles here, I love it because it's like the rebirth for both of you will also be like enjoying the new home or enjoying the new look of your new home. And I feel like there is loyalty, there is commitment. It's a very grounded, beautiful energy to see. So I love this because I don't see any cheating. I don't see any infidelity. I don't see anything like third parties. I don't see any third party situations or anything like that. I just see that it's been a season of misunderstandings and stress and too much going on. And that's all coming to an end now. And